Hey everybody, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Ready to Die Fighting. I came outside today and was going to actually shoot a video on some veggies, a bunch of vegetable plants that I picked up and was going to put in the ground today. And I looked up and I'm like, oh wow, these clouds are significant. And so I wanted to show them to you. And I was a little slow setting up because the ones that I really wanted you to see really well we're over there, but they're moving east as they always do, and the trees are kind of blocking them, so I don't know how well you can see them. But these clouds, I'm no expert here, but looking at them, whenever I see clouds that look like this, rain follows. And it usually doesn't take that long for it to follow. It's not like it was in a couple days. Like, it's going to be later on today, most likely. It does feel very humid. And so this is kind of, these clouds are, I believe, these are the Altocumulus clouds. Is that in focus there? I don't know how I'm doing with light. But if you look at this book is the Weather of North America by National Geographic Pocket Guide. And it is a pocket guide. It doesn't go in depth. It's fairly small, like there's my hand in comparison, so you can see how big it is. A little bit bigger than my pocket, but it's not a thick book, and it says $12.99. I don't think I paid that much for it, but it has a section with all the different types of clouds. What did I say? The Altocumulus clouds, and so they look kind of like that. Except the thing is, a lot of times these clouds kind of come together, and a lot of times you can see more than one type of cloud in the sky. So we've got a lot of cumulus type clouds in the sky right now. I believe so. Sorry, I'm a little bit excited, I guess you can tell. I'm talking fast and kind of crazy. So if you look up here, you can see that there are like some patches where you can see a little bit of that kind of this effect, but then it's almost like they've come together to make one big cloud in other places, and you can kind of see that a little bit here where they're combining. And so these are cumulus clouds, and that they're kind of big and puffy cotton ball type clouds, which are what we often think of as the friendly clouds, the clouds that you often, whenever you like lay on the ground and look up and try to look at the shapes of clouds, it's usually the cumulus clouds. In video games, I'm thinking of like Super Mario. Gonna make you guys dizzy and spin this around. Yeah, let's just watch how these clouds are moving a little bit. Are the cumulus clouds. However, cumulus clouds, the nice happy ones, are lower to the ground. These clouds are higher up. And so higher up in terms of cloud terminology is alto. So there's the main types of clouds are cirrus and stratus and cumulus. However, if they go higher up in the atmosphere, they become altocumulus or altostratus, and they mean different things. Regular cumulus clouds usually are white and fluffy and pretty, look more like those, and they're lower to the ground. The altocumulus clouds, they're more like cotton balls. They're not as fluffy looking. They're higher up. They start to compact together. Like, to me, these clouds here look like if you took a bag of cotton balls and kind of like started mushing them all together. That's kind of what this looks like. And I can't explain to you the science of why the altocumulus clouds mean rain, but when I see these type of clouds, rain usually follows. And I'm just going to read what this says about them a little bit. Altocumulus clouds. These puffy clouds, white and gray with darker patches, generally form about 6,500 to 20,000 feet, or 2,000 to 6,100 meters above the ground, and can cover large areas of the sky. Also, cumulus clouds on warm, humid mornings, such as today, indicate thunderstorms that day. Fact, individual clouds appear as wide as your thumb with your hand at arm's length. So that part is really cool. So, saying like, oh, these type of clouds form at X number thousand of feet, who knows? It's hard to look at a cloud and say, oh yeah, that's so many thousand feet. But that is the way that I've seen in a couple of different videos, and as well as this book, a way to decide. If it's a cumulus cloud, it generally will be more like, be able to cover it up with your fist. Like your hand or your fist. You'll be able to, it'll take up that much space. An altocumulus is more like your thumb. So if I can find an individual cloud, which is going to be hard to do because this is so, congested, but I don't know, you hold your thumb up, and if your thumb can just about cover that cloud up, then you're looking at an altocumulus. And those are the ones that you need to watch out for. Not because that they are dangerous in and of themselves. I'm not going to have a horrific thunderstorm right now, but they are a sign of what's to come. So if I was out camping or hiking and I saw these type of clouds, I'm not saying I would cancel my trip or necessarily go home, but I would know that I probably should not make plans to go out on a lengthy adventure. Like, there's a good chance that I'm going to get caught in a downpour or potentially a thunderstorm or even a severe thunderstorm. This isn't going to be just like a light rain, most likely. Let's see, what else did it say? It says, a sky with wavy mixed altocumulus and cirrocumulus clouds and blue sky gaps is called a mackerel sky because it resembles fish scales. So you have the two different heights. So altocumulus is like, you want to say mid-level. Cirrocumulus clouds are way up high. And so that's what this is looking like here. You got a combination of the smaller ones are going to be, the higher up clouds and all that. What I just said. Altocumulus clouds form in various ways. They might develop from cumulus clouds that grow to an altitude where rising air slows and spreads out, or they might be transformations of other clouds, including altostratus, stratocumulus, or nimbostratus. The clouds are usually made of water drops, although ice sometimes is found. They are usually less than 3,000 feet thick and sometimes produce virga, rain that evaporates on the way down, but they rarely produce rain that reaches the ground. They may form distinct layers or parallel bands of clouds called cloud streets, with air rising into the clouds and sinking between the bands. So that's just a little bit about them and how to identify them. And here's a drawing kind of showing the pattern. I don't really see the cloud streets at this time. It's not a very good street if there is, but that's what we're looking at. So I may update you guys later on to see if I'm right. But conditions are definitely right for rain. Air pressure it's at I think it was 30.1 when I looked at it earlier. It is humid. We've been getting signs like various clouds for the last few days and we've been getting some rain as well. Like it's kind of a rainy. We've got some rainy system going on right now. So yeah, we'll probably get some rain later. If you found this as interesting and as fascinating as I do, please like and subscribe. I'll probably make more videos as I observe cool things happening in the sky and my predictions that go along with them. And just assume that I'm right every time because, I'm like an expert at this. Actually, we've got some other things moving in, so I'll just turn around and let you guys see that. There you go. You can see what's happening there. So yeah, lots of different cloud formations meaning different things, and you can get different types of clouds. And that's where it gets a little bit confusing to me, is because you might have some cumulus clouds, but you might also have some, altocumulus in there. It might be some cirrus mixed in there. I mean, you can have a lot of different things. and there's a lot of variations on the different types of clouds. I really only know the basics, and for my purposes, realistically, the basics are kind of all I need for me to be able to predict weather to the extent that concerns me. You know, if I'm hiking, camping, outdoor adventuring, gardening, all that type of stuff, to be able to just kind of look at the sky, look what's going on, and figure out what my next move should be. My knowledge at this point seems to be sufficient at that. But, you know, practice is key, and I do just find it fascinating and interesting. So hopefully you guys like this stuff, and I'll keep posting more videos like it as I see fun stuff happening up there. Catch you guys in the next video.